After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 289. It is January 4th, 2018 as we are recording. Happy New Year everybody. We hope you had a wonderful New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, safe, and that you're staying warm. I know it's really cold in many places in the United States. I'm not sure about the rest of the world, but it's very cold.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure why it says a big off on the screen.
I don't know.
Okay, well, it now no longer says the big off on the screen.
Well, I hope we had...
Well, it doesn't do off normally. I'm always looking at the screen, and I always know what's on there.
Right, but I'm just hoping that you didn't turn something...
No,
okay.
It's still recording. Timer's still going by. We still have Mike.
Okay.
I'm amazing.
I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
I'm Ty, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
I want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Woman Cave, for the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you are new, we're glad to have you with us. Glad you found us, and we hope you will find something that will keep you coming back. If you are returning, we're very glad to have you back with us. Yay.
Yay.
If you are still in the shadows, whether you're new or returning, you're just kind of back there in the shadows, please feel free to join us officially. You can press the subscribe button on your left.
And apparently there's a new thing where it might not be new, it might be just I just haven't been paying attention. They now say also ring the bell, where I guess you can hit subscribe, but you can also hit a bell next to it, where it then sends you notifications.
Yeah, I've seen that bell.
So
I think if you subscribe, that's automatic, because I've never hit the bell and I get notifications.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how that works. Somebody can tell us in the thread. But if you are in the shadows, please do consider joining the Ravelry group so you can be eligible for the prizes and the giveaways and things like that. Mm-hmm. And subscribing to our YouTube channel so we know you're there. That's great. We'd love to see that. Our numbers, yay, have gone up a little this week. Yes. Ouch, stop that. We do have a new official member. We have Chawari Core. Welcome, Core. We're glad to have you with us. Welcome. Thank you for joining us officially. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Okay.
And I'm sitting here like, Chawari, it sounds like a sci-fi reference, and I'm like running through my brain for what that could be. It'll probably hit me like right toward the end of the podcast. I'll be like, it's that!
It might be her first and middle and last name. I don't know.
But it sounds like a reference to something in the sci-fi, one of the many fandoms. I mean, it might not be. It might be...
Cora, you can let us know if you feel like
What's a Chitauri? Chitauri, I think they're aliens. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the Chitauri. I think they were actually the aliens in the Avengers who came down from the sky.
Okay.
But not the same thing. It just made me think of it.
Okay. All right. So what's in your mug?
What's in your mug?
I asked you first.
I asked you second.
Oh, well.
You always drink the same thing.
There's no hurry for me to say, is there? Oh, that's not going to work with me.
I have a coworker who I guess must watch more than I realize, because he's like, your mom really likes that chai tea, doesn't she? No, she hates it.
That's why
she drinks it. It's a penance.
Pre-Lenten penance.
Pre-Lenten penance. You are seriously going to make me go, you are such a...
I am a mommy. I can do what I want. I brought you into this world. I can take you out.
That's still called murder.
God will be on my side.
You're such a sad person.
Oh, I'm very happy. Thank you very much.
I got music in my
head. Okay, come on.
You're still gonna make. You're such. So this is Plum Deluxe. This is Boulangerie tea. I don't know. I might have had more time to figure out how to pronounce it. Someone else had gone first.
Boulangerie? I don't know.
Wonderful tea party treats. It's black tea, honeybush tea, cocoa nibs, orange pieces, or Jetsons.
No love and gratitude?
It does have love and gratitude.
We didn't say love and
well,
gratitude.
I had to sniffle.
Well, what a rude sniffle.
And, oopsie. It also has caffeine, which...
Oh. That's your one caffeine out of 2?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought, I can have 2. 2?
2. 2. 2. 2. 2. Was it 2 minutes and 1? Was it? Certs. I'm dating myself. Nobody's going to know what certs are except people who are my age.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a breath mint.
Oh. It's good. That's why I had to take a second sip before I handed it to you.
So you don't spill it on me.
And it's my dysautonomia awareness mug. One of my dysautonomia awareness mugs.
Was this a new one?
Yeah, it's a new one.
You said there was coconut in there?
No, cocoa nibs.
I'm not sure what I'm tasting.
I feel like we're tasting the cocoa nibs and a little bit of the orange.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe that's it. It's very good. I'm trying, of course I was drinking this too, but I was trying to isolate
Well,
the
you
flavor.
would have had your palate more free, perhaps, if you...
No, not really. In my York the Owl Team Owl mug, you see the Team Owl on your side, I get to see York. Here we go. Is my chai tea. Because it's really cold out here. It may be a 2-cup a day. Okay, so...
A 2-cup problem?
2-cup problem. Not a 2-pipe problem. And that is definitely a reference, and that will go under Tea and Tales.
It will.
So...
Because we are cool and nerdy like that.
And completely unprepared.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Current and other groups. Do you have anything to say before I go into that?
No.
Okay. The only one I have right now, well, actually it's 2. I only have 1 written down, so I'm not sure the facts on the other one. But the first one is the Harry Potter Cal 2018, which is Victorian Studio, who's Maureen. She's got it off and running for another year. So yay. We're looking forward to that. Rules are in her group. Check it out. She's a wonderful podcast.
And Harry Potter's book?
Harry Potter is a book. You can double dip
book
with us.
series, rather.
Yep. The other one is the Climb Every Mountain Cal, and I think that's a year long as well. And that's Kay and Dan from the Bakery Bears.
Cue music?
Yeah. Yes. So they're doing that, and what we're doing, if you're involved with that, I think you have to be a patron for that.
I know not.
I'm not sure.
I am so behind on my knitting podcast.
If you are a Patreon,
unbelievable.
Yeah, if you are a Patreon, you definitely can do it. I'm not sure if it's open to non-patrons or not. You'd have to check the thread. They also have another Cal going on. I think it's the something about use that skein. I guess a skein that you just.
You know, she did talk about that, like yarn that you've picked up that you love and are afraid to use. I know she had talked a little bit about it over the past year. I wasn't sure that she was actually going to start. That's kind of good, because there are skeins you're like, oh, I'm just waiting for the perfect project.
So that, I believe that's another Cal. Check out the Bakery Bears, because they, first of all, they're a fantastic podcast. But secondly, they have a couple of really good Cals going on. One of them I think is Patreon only, but the other one is for all the
I'm
group
pretty
members.
sure that Climbing Every Mountain, if it's like the
It's like the fog along.
That
So
was Patreon only.
That's Patreon only. So if you're a patron, that's a good one to be in. And if you like the Bakery Bears and you're not a patron, you might want to consider that, because it's. And I'm not just saying it to.
No, even though I'm currently behind on all my podcasts that are knitting, that's one of the ones I watch most consistently, and I do the Patreon. I like having the backlog.
Yeah, I love their tutorials. I love their
history section.
Their history section. I love their pops, which is where you have a live kind of a interaction. It's not where you talk, but you type.
I think it would get way too glitchy if they tried to have everyone come in video, because it's just glitchy when we try to do 10 people for
and it gets glitchy sometimes even with talking, although it's been a lot
well
better.
It's hard when you have that massive amount of people trying to get on.
Huge amount of people, so it's a lot of fun. Okay, so that's the currents. All right, let me think. I don't know, I have to check Never Cast Off. I think they're doing another year long similar to Stash Reduction, but I'm not sure.
Well, it's one of those things, like, if something is really fun, it's kind of hard to give it up.
Right.
I have a feeling that Tea and Tales is going to be that way, where
it might be.
It's just so darn fun.
We'll have to see. Okay, I know you don't want us to go any further without the prizes for the toy along, because the toy along is finished.
Ifany.
We had a huge amount of posts, lots and lots of activity. It was really a lot of fun. Loved seeing all the toys, loved seeing all the chatter, all the support. It was great. So I pulled for prizes. I think Valeria shut it down. One of the moderators.
Yeah, she did when I was at work.
So I appreciate that, Valeria. I got up and I thought, oh, I have to shut it down. Thank you, Valeria.
Thank you.
I didn't have to worry about it. I could go right into pulling for prizes. So I appreciate that.
Because even though you've seen a little bit more presents on Ravelry, I've done it like on little breaks at work.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been at work for most of the past week of I know that sounds weird. Yeah, most people work most day of the week, but when you're a nurse,
the hours are different.
The hours are different. So when you have a huge clump together, you don't get a whole lot done during that clump besides work.
Right. And I am the way I am. I kind of, you'll have a big block of like 15 posts from me, and then you won't hear from me for a couple of days because I have to do other things. But we really appreciate our moderators, because we couldn't do this without our moderators. Seriously,
no, they're amazing.
All right, so we want to say a special thank you to our moderators. That's Vani, who is Studio Von Design, Valeria, who's I think she's just Valeria.
Yes, she is.
And then Sue, who is Family Diva. And we're glad to see that she looks like she's recuperating really well, because she's back. Yes. And she's actually knitting and crocheting. She's back. She's actually knitting and crocheting, which is awesome. Okay. Without further ado, the prizes. Okay, the first prize that I pulled for was, I'll just find it here. That's not it. Where did it go? Where did the prize go? Of course, it's on the bottom.
Because where else would it be?
Oh, there it is. It's in this bag. I remember I put bags together. Okay, it's this lovely bag from Laura Smoot, who is spinning Laura on Ravelry. Laura Smoot Designs. And she made this lovely little cat in a hat bag.
That's cute.
It's a little sock bag, might be able to hold baby hat, maybe it's got a box.
I know I would use it for hat. It would be good for
hats, baby stuff, maybe a shawlette. It's small, but it's definitely.
Sometimes you need a nice small bag.
I have a bag about this size that I use for hats, and so. When I have a couple of them. So this is beautiful. I love the fabric, and this is from Laura. She made it for us.
I carry my medicine in my purse in a bag about that size.
I have another one of her bags that's smaller than this that I keep my medicine in, like my medicine, Davina's medicine, stuff like that. So this,
which is not its intended usage, but
but if as long as it's being used. Okay. All right. So this goes to Vani. Okay. So Vani, contact me with all your statistics, your name, your address, and what you won, okay, please. For the toy along, you won the Laura Smoot Cat in a Hat bag. Okay, Vani? Please, everybody contact me, okay? Yes, Talia will be off, but I'm the one who tends to...
Talia's a very bad person.
Okay, so that's the first one. All right, now we have a set of stitch markers from Cappy. Cappy donated it. Her mother made them, and they are absolutely gorgeous. And these are the elephant stitch markers for the toy along. I'm sorry.
They're white elephants.
White elephants. How much fun is that? Aren't those gorgeous?
They are.
Okay. So this is from Cappy's mom and Cappy. And this goes to Valeria. Okay?
Hey, Valeria.
So Valeria, contact me, name, address, and the fact that you won elephant stitch markers from Cappy. Okay? And we'll get that out to you. Alright? Okay, put that back in here so I don't lose it. Okay. The next one is this loom knitting primer. Okay, I had 2 of these, so I'm going to give this one out as a prize. And this goes to Brittany B-Wing.
Oh, that's a good fit.
I thought it would be. She was talking about teaching
JD. Yeah, that's a really good fit.
So Brittany, yes, I know. Please name, address, and what you won.
We don't know where you live.
Don't know who you are, what you do. So please name, address. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. Now, yarn prize. This was donated by Mama C, who is Christina. Thank you. And the first winner is of Celestial Strings yarn.
It's pretty.
That's this one, which is absolutely gorgeous.
That is gorgeous.
This is Celestial Strings yarn. It is 462 yards. So I think it's a fingering weight. It's kind of more of a sock than a fingering. And the colorway is Horsehead Nebula, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 462 yards. It has a little stitch marker of a sandal. I don't know if you can see the little stitch marker there.
Yeah, you can see it. I'm not sure if you can tell what it is.
And the colorway is Horsehead Nebula. And this goes to Teresa, who is Lily Maya. Lily Maya. Okay, Teresa, yes, I know I have your address somewhere, but please, name, address, and the fact that you won the Celestial Strings yarn. It's the Horsehead Nebula colorway, okay? The other yarn that Christina donated is Boboli yarn. This is a blue-green yarn. It is the... I don't know what color this is, but it's pretty.
Oops. Hold on, let me...
Color 4367, because they're
so creative
that way. There's 42% wool, 35% acrylic, 23% viscose. So this would be really nice for socks because it would be strong.
I don't know, but it's only it's one ply. I wouldn't use that for socks.
Yeah,
it's single ply. I would not use that for socks.
But it would be pretty strong regardless of what you use it for.
Yeah, but I would not use that for socks.
Yeah.
That might make a nice pair of mitts, maybe, or a nice hat.
It's 350
something
yards
around the neck, but
it would be. It's soft. It would be warm. So this is 350 yards, and this goes to Teresa TMB 99.
Yay, Teresa!
Okay.
Teresa, make a cute toy.
Oh, it would make a cute toy. It'd be a small toy, but it'd be really cute.
But it would be cute. She could make it work.
Teresa. Both of you, Teresa Lily Maya and Teresa TMB 99, because apparently you cannot be anyone but a Teresa to win from Christina this time around. Please give me your name, your address, and what you won. So Teresa TMB, you won the Boboli lace green. It's green yarn. I think it might be a sock or a sport. I'm not really sure. There's 350 yards to it. Okay, so that's that. Trying to see if there's anything else in here. Yes. I'm not waiting for that one yet. Okay. This is Sock Bunny Studios yarn. I'm not sure if Sock Bunny is still dying or not. I won this yarn a while back. It's called Come Fly With Me. And there's 400 yards, 80% superwash BFL, 20% nylon. So this would make nice socks if you want. Isn't that a pretty color? I won it, and I'm not really a purple person, so I thought I would. It's been in my stash for a while. And it's a shame because it needs to be used. So this goes to Mama C. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, you taunted her.
Oh, she's got something else. This goes to Allison.
Okay.
Allison Roseboom. Allison, name, address, the fact that you won
Allison.
this, okay? This is the Sock Bunny yarn, Allison, okay? Let me know that you won it. Christina won this yarn. I just saw the wrong yarn. Christina, you won the Fiber Hound yarn. Donated by Maria Wilhelmina.
This one I love.
This is beautiful.
Oh my gosh, you make a great bunny.
Fiber Hound yarn, 50% superwash merino, 50% silk, 231 yards, DK weight. This is gorgeous.
Bunny, Christina, bunny. You should make a bunny.
It made a cute little bear too.
It would make a cute little bear too. But
Heidi is rolling her eyes at us because this is 50% silk.
It'd be a soft bunny.
So Christina, Mama C, name, address, and the fact that you won the Fiber Hound yarn. Okay. All right. Now, okay, I already did Allison. All right, the next one. This one made me kind of happy because she did such a good job on her rendition of a certain pattern. She made it her own, as she always does.
Oh, well, I already know who
this
the
is.
person
PHN Year 1 Anniversary Colorway, and this goes to Maureen.
As soon as you said she made it her own, as she always does, they call us Maureen.
Maureen, this is... I have to rescape.
Maureen, this has history to it.
Yeah.
For Year 1 of PHN, Polly remembers this because he
guessed the colorway.
He guessed the colorway, yeah.
Right on the nose he guessed
Oh,
it.
You were so good, Polly. You got it like that.
I think we actually gave him a prize.
We did, because he was the only one who nailed it.
Yeah, he nailed it. So this is for you, Maureen. It is sock fingering weight. It's KR Dyes. It used to be Kim Dye Works, but it's KR Dyes. And it is the PHN year 1 anniversary colorway, so it's a limited thing. Okay, I mean, I'm sure she could do it again if you wanted to, but
yeah, this is back when we first started the podcast. It was for like 100 members, I think.
Yeah.
So that was what, 4 years ago?
Yeah, it was a long time ago. So this is
time ago.
557 yards, Maureen.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot how good her yardage.
The yardage is absolutely fantastic. And it's KR Dye Works. This is her old tag too. I can, so that's
it's way back in time.
The Wayback Machine. Okay, so Maureen,
you know who talks about the Wayback Machine is the Stuff You Should Know podcast. They're always talking about going in the Wayback Machine.
Name, address, and what you won, Maureen, please. Okay? Now, the Edwards Menagerie book. This is the regular book, not the monster. Okay, and this goes to Margaret, who is Fiber Hermit. Okay, Margaret? Name and address, please, and the fact that you won the Edwards Menagerie book. Okay? Okay, the last one is a lovely set of cards from Brittany. Sue, I swear, your name came up, okay? We were having a little discussion about her not being able to win yarn because she has enough yarn. And I said, well, what about Brittany's cards? Sue, name, address, the fact that you won Brittany's cards, congratulations.
It was divine intervention.
It was meant to be. And I pulled some of these names several times. I pulled Sue several times. I pulled Valeria several times. So, you guys were meant to win. All of you deserve to win something, okay? But
we only have limited
funds and limited prizes. So, but thank you everyone for participating, and thank you for our donators. Our donators were Laura Smoot, Cappy, Brittany, Mama C, Maria Wilhelmina. I don't know if I forgot somebody. I think I got everybody. I got Brittany already. They're all, thank you very, very, very much. And you guys are the beneficiaries, so we hope you like the prizes that you won. Please get in touch with me, full name, address, and what it was you won, okay? Because I'm a little bit featherbrained if I have to go looking for it. I don't want to give you the wrong prize. Okay. Moving on. Moving right along.
So that goes on to projects. I know I have 5.
I have 7.
So.
No counting. Oh.
Oh?
Before we go there.
Oh, we need to go over our longs.
Yes, we have to go over our longs. Hold on. Okay.
Did you jump the gun with the prizes?
I jumped the shark. Anyway.
We don't want to jump the shark.
No, we don't want to jump the shark. Okay. The cows that we have going on in our group right now, we have the PHN Tea and Tails year-long Cal 2018, okay? And this is our first year-long Cal. We thought it would be really great because we like to read and we like to drink tea, okay?
Yes. Listen to that wind.
It is very windy and cold here today. This runs from January 1st of this year through December 31st of this year, so through midnight of December 31st, okay? They must be knit, loom knitted, or crocheted projects. Previous whips will be allowed, but they must be worked on during the along and must reflect the theme. So either tea or tails or the two together, okay? Yeah. It can be the project that's reflecting it, can be the yarn, it can be the pattern.
Make your case.
Make your case. We've had a couple people make your cases. Sue, I answered your PM about yours. I think it's fine, okay?
Yeah, if you can make a case for it, chances are we will give it to you.
Yeah, we're not going to be saying that. No. I mean, unless it's really off base and you make a case, we're going to say fine. But do check with us so we don't have to push it to something else.
Yeah.
Chatter and pictures will be in the same thread as always. Okay, I said that they had to be Tea and Tails. All right. And we're talking about tales being books, novelizations, and graphic novels.
Yes.
Now, I am including short stories only because Sherlock Holmes and things like that are collections of short stories.
Yes.
So Sherlock Holmes, Father Brown, some of those things that are more episodic than they are,
but they do have a common theme running through.
Well, they have a beginning, middle, and an end.
Yes, they do.
So,
Yeah, Holmes he doesn't always reference his old ones in the previous stories.
Neither does Father Brown.
Father Brown sometimes will.
Sometimes he does, but sometimes Sherlock Holmes will too. Watson will say, back when such and such happened in a...
Okay, okay. I haven't... But I don't read Sherlock as much.
We'll allow short stories.
Yeah.
Novellas and short stories along with the novels, because some of these short stories are complete stories and they're tales. I mean, children's books, I have some things from Peter Rabbit that I'm looking at. These are all stories. They're tales. We don't want, like Ty said the other day, comics that are just like comic strips.
Yeah.
We do accept graphic novels.
Yeah. Because they are formed more like a short story would be, or even a full novel. Some of them are quite long.
Right. Okay. 1 WIP per project per week. Post the FO whenever it's completed. We are getting our prizes in. I had a wonderful donation. I am not going to mention it here until I hear back from her, because I talked to her. I just want to make sure that
all the details are
in place before we do that. The prizes will be announced as we go along. As always in our group, any Franciscan Gypsy Design FO that can be related to Tea and Tales, or any FOs in Lady Fernicle Creations, again, however, it's either a name of my yarn or the pattern or whatever that can be related to Tea and or Tales, will be eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the FO. And if the yarn and the pattern are used together as an FO, it's 3 chances of a prize. We like to give you as many chances as possible. And that's our way of saying thank you for, buying our yarn or buying our pattern. Okay. The hashtag is PHN Tea and Tales 2018 on Ravelry, and hashtag PHN Tea and Tales 2018 on Instagram. So the hashtag is on Instagram without a hashtag on Ravelry. Okay. We'll post more information as we go. Now, the other one that's going on that started January 1st is the Ready, Set, Go Cal, and that's a new one as well. And that is 2018.
That's taking place of the sweater along.
The sweater shawl along.
Yeah, sweater shawl along.
So this is going on from January through March of this year. We do have a co-host now. She got back to us. Our lovely co-host is Packy Knits, who is Heidi from the Packy Knits podcast. So we're glad to have her with us. And she has given us a discount code. I have to go back to the email and check. Thank you very much, Packy Knits.
Thank you.
Heidi, appreciate that, to her shop. Okay? So I don't know the details. I will put the code in the thread once I dig up the email again. I have to ask Heidi, make sure it's... I'm not speaking out of turn, but I think that's what she said. So thank you for that. We're very glad to have her with us. You can check out her podcast. She's funny. I like watching her. She has animals, so we hear all the stories about the peacocks and the chickens and all kinds of stuff. It's kind of fun. So that's kind of neat. And this one is a little different from our normal Cal-Cals. The Ready, Set, Go Cal-Cal will not accept WIPs, okay? Because it is the start all the things, okay?
Well, it won't accept WIPs from the previous year. Let's specify this. We'll accept, like... You don't have to finish the project.
No, but that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because when I say that as entering into the thing, entering into the Cal-Cal, but I'll clarify. You have to start it January 1st or afterward. Okay, of course you can do your WIP pictures, but it cannot be started before January 1st for this particular Cal-Cal, because it's to start all the things. The other thing that is different is for the month of January only, you can post your frogged projects, so you can be freeing up those needles and hooks, the looms. If you frog a project, if you post those pictures before and after in one thread of the projects that you frogged, they are eligible for a chance at a prize, but only for the month of January.
Yeah.
Okay. Chatter and pictures always in the same thread. Knit, loom knit, or crochet is fine. Whatever you want to do. There's no constraints on. It could be a sweater, it could be a shawl, it could be a toy, it can be gloves, whatever you want.
It just needs to be started.
Yeah, it needs to be started on January 1st or afterward and worked on during the time. Okay? If you're using less than 50 yards of yarn, I know that Vonnie and B-Wing are having a bookmark along. That's fine.
Which is really cool.
That's really awesome, but I don't think you use more than 50 yards of yarn. If you're going to be doing that, please put 2 of those in there, okay? Or something that will bring it up, a bookmark and I don't know, something else that will bring it up a little over 50 yards for the prize, okay?
Just so that way it makes it a little bit more fair.
Right. 1 WIP per project per week, the FO whenever it's completed. Prizes will be announced soon. This is the 1, 2, 3 one, right? That we do have a set of stitch markers from Cappy for that going in. Okay,
Nice.
so that's awesome because she gave us like 4 or 5 sets of them. So this is like our 3rd one that we're going to be giving away.
I thought we were getting close to the end of them.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I think we have 2 more or 3 more. I don't remember.
She gave us quite a few.
She gave us quite a few. We were very, very. She was very generous with them.
Yes.
Very blessed for that. Okay, as always, NA Franciscan Gypsy Designs FOs that can. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody.
So, the only somebody who's been messing with your show notes have been you.
No, wait.
Wait, what?
I must not have changed it. Any FOs with Franciscan Gypsy Designs or My Yarn can be eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the FO if her yarn, My Yarn, and her pattern are used together. 3 chances for the FO. Okay, that's just pretty much standard.
Standard, yeah.
Okay. Okay, the hashtags for this. No hashtag for Ravelry. It's just PHN Ready Set Go 2018, and on Ravelry hashtag
On Instagram.
PHN Ready Set Go 2018 with the hashtag in front of it. Okay. All right. And we said about the stitch markers. Okay. Thank you.
And
very
I
much,
have a
Kathy.
bunch of. Well, we'll talk about it later.
Bunch of.
We'll talk about it later.
No.
No.
Okay. I have 7 and you have 5.
Yes.
I guess that means I go
I'm
first.
sorry.
Let's see here. All right. My first one is in my Kibu Holiday Owls bag. And this is the Little Rainbows Baby Hat Project. And I'm illuminating this on the baby loom. And I made some progress on this. I might be able to finish this week.
Makes me think of Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah. I should call one of these Fruity Pebbles. Because I have the other finished one
But
here.
you could go through the whole.
I haven't taken the picture of this one yet.
You can go through all the characters. You can go Bam Bam. You can go.
But this isn't really Bam Bam. I mean, this is the cereal.
Yeah, it is.
So, you know, but that's that.
What color would you say Bam Bam is?
Tan and yellow.
Yeah.
Probably, or brown and yellow.
They all had kind of that color scheme, though. I mean, I guess except the
No.
mom. She was red and white.
And Pebbles was red.
Yeah, I guess you're right. What did she wear? Did she wear white like her mom?
I think she wore pink.
I can't remember.
I think Pebbles wore pink. I don't know. Somebody out there could tell us.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's that. I guess I have to do one more.
Yes.
And that's Kaleidoscope DK yarn. I think it's the rainbow colorway. Okay. In my Turbo Knitter 64 bag, my bag that I won from Kenneth, is my cowl. I know you saw this as a finished object, but it was messed up. I have fixed it.
That works.
Okay, I seamed it. It's not really pretty on the inside because it had tightened so much. So it's not really pretty on the inside, but nobody sees the inside.
Nope.
I can wear it.
Have you worn it yet?
I put it on.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you. It really stretches well. So
It looked like it might. And if you wear the seam behind your hair, it's perfect, Mom. And with this cold weather we're having, it's actually really
we can
good.
I can always have it like this. You know, it's very cold
Yeah.
and windy, and they're talking about frostbite and stuff.
Yeah, they've been sending those kind of warnings.
So-
to my phone.
This is. I'm really happy. I want to thank everybody who talked me out of frogging it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's going to work very nicely. And even the little seam that I have, I actually crocheted it closed. I like that. I mean, you almost can't see it.
Almost can't, yeah.
But I'm going to wear it in the back anyway. But
And you have a lot of hair.
yeah. So I'm really happy with how it's turned out. So thank everybody who gave me
Sorry.
suggestions in a way not to frog it.
Yeah.
There was no way I was going to undo the binding because I was afraid that I would mess it up and then I would lose the whole cowl.
Yeah.
So I just decided not to do that. Okay, your turn.
I had to take a drink. When I get up a little earlier to podcast, I'm all congested, so allergies. Okay, so opening up show notes. because I have not had them open this entire time.
I do not know who else I've been mentioning, so...
Okay, let's see. Alright, the first one... oh, okay, it's actually not the one I was going to show. Is in my... I'm sorry, guys. Okay, let's see. That works a little better. In my Silver Shade USA Avengers bag is Scarlet, and the pattern is a Sparkle Unipony pattern by me. And I'm using Knit Picks Brava Sport in the colorways red and white. I feel like my voice is trying to...
You should have some water.
Yeah, I might go into my Gatorade there. So, I mean, I have a lot of the same pieces that I've been showing. Basically, I get just a little... Oh, there's my head. Thank you. So, the head, the ears,
Head.
the muzzle,
And the body.
and I'm working on the body. I'm at the straightaway. So,
Go round and round and round.
yeah.
Do you have the back part still to do on that?
Yeah, I have several parts still to do. Back parts, legs. So, but it's
It'll get
it's
done when it
making
gets done.
progress.
Yeah, it'll get done. How many do you have left? 4?
For you. You probably have
1, 2,
5.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, so I'll go one at a time then. Alright, my next one is because he asked me. It's in my Kikiboo little puzzle pieces bag that the lovely Denise gave me.
This is Gatorade. This is not the ooze. This is not
It does look used.
radioactive.
It's the stuff from Star Wars.
Mhm.
Okay, this is my tie, and I was talking to Sue about this. I have like 10 or 15 inches still to go on this. Can you believe that? I actually measured, I think I'm like 41 inches, and I have to go to 54. So this is, I'm going to have to remeasure it, but I did about maybe 6 rows on this, maybe more.
Hang on, Mom. Let's...
Well, it's not going to tie all the way. It's got to...
Yeah, I guess you do have quite a bit to go, because look, it only reaches... Because it has to go all the way to there, and he's obviously taller than I am, so...
Right, well, you got the mark where you start doing it is, whoops, sorry, is right here. So, you know.
Yeah, you still definitely have that to go.
So I have a ways to go. But it's not a hard knit. It's just that it's supposed to go on forever. If I do like, I don't know how many rows I have to do for an inch. I think I have to do like 4 or maybe 6 to get an inch. So I've got a ways to go, but I'm not going to rush it. He'll get it when he gets it. He doesn't know it's coming. So, and my hands just don't want me to push it. I have to change projects. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm enjoying it still. This is the Shire colorway. So this has been entered into the Tea and Tails. Because it's a Shire colorway.
Yep.
So it has been entered. Not that I can win a prize, but
No.
there it is. I just want to, because I didn't put pictures of my frog stuff in there, I wanted to put my projects in.
So, in my... I'm really sorry, guys. I just have, like, this... Yeah. So, in my Kikiboo bags, teacups bag, are the recess socks, and it's Miss L's basic 6-ply sock pattern by Miss L, and I'm using Marigold Jen Superwash DK in the colorway Sidewalk Chalk. And it's from
My
Mom.
socks. My socks.
I just started the decreases for the toe for the first sock.
Awesome. That's pretty. I like it.
It doesn't get a lot of work because this is my walking around knitting, and it really didn't get a lot of work during the period of time that I was working on Christmas presents, because that would be what would go with me when I was going places. But now this is back to being my walk around knitting. So like when I go grocery shopping and stuff.
Love the color. Love the
It
color.
really is quite pretty. And this is a very comfortable sock pattern. As much as I'm enjoying knitting this, though, I do look forward to when this is done so I can go back to working on my crab ones.
Oh, what pattern is that?
Same pattern.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Same pattern. The colorway is also Marigold Jen. And it is that blue and red.
That's Dragonfly Fibers.
What's Dragonfly? Oh, you're right. It was
Yeah.
Dragonfly.
Yeah.
It was really pretty colored. I mean, I really enjoyed Marigold Jen.
Oh, I love Marigold Jen.
So this is, I love this blue right here.
It's beautiful. It's almost a teal or something.
Yeah.
It's very pretty.
So, so I'm almost on the second sock, which is like crazy.
Yay.
It would get done if I actually worked on it more.
Yeah, it's funny how it works.
I know. It's crazy talk.
Okay, my green Star Wars bag. Up here. I don't recall working on this week, but I guess I did. This is my Sleepy Bear pattern, Jennifer Oliveira's. I call him Skylar. You've seen the body multiple times. Pieces are all in here.
You haven't used that bag in a while.
I've been using it for the pieces.
Yeah.
This is the green bag is the Silver Shed USA Star Wars AT-AT bag, and this is a Knitting's My bag. She isn't making bags right now, so
Yeah.
this was from one of her winter kits.
Well, my little chickadee one I was using for something. I don't know where it went. I had something in it. I don't remember what. I think I finished it.
Here's all the limbs.
The limbs.
Oops, the legs.
Oopsie.
And
He's a bunny.
the arms, he is. And this is the ear, one ear, and this is the other ear. So I should be able to piece these together if my hands cooperate maybe this weekend.
Yay.
So it's all in here. I like this pattern. It's a fun pattern. I'm a little concerned with the embroidery that's going to be happening, but we'll see.
You can do it. Okay, so now it's my turn. That's why I haven't been sitting here knitting, is because that's the project to show next. I hate being in the middle of the row when I'm showing a project. So, this
Cool,
is
Lindsay.
the Just a Little Chile Mitered Square Afghan. And it's Scrap Sport DK and Worsted Weight yarns. Inspired by KF Jones of Bakery Bears fame. And it's worked off of her Patreon video for mitered squares. I wrote Mom up a recipe for it, but it's not my recipe, so I can't share it.
Right.
I'd have to
You have to talk to
Kay. Because I feel like that's just a nice thing to do.
Right.
So I actually worked on this quite a bit. For a while, this was the only thing I'd worked on this week.
And she wouldn't have written it up for me if Kay had it available for me to buy.
Yes.
I would have bought it from Kay.
It's Kay only has it available for patrons.
Right, and she's very busy.
Yeah.
I tease her about writing it up, but I didn't expect her to.
Yeah.
Because she's too busy. But that's the only reason Talia wrote it up for me.
Yeah. Because Mom already has access to the videos and everything.
I've started it before.
Yeah.
It's just
it's hard for her to do it if she's watching TV or something she doesn't have written down.
I can't be tied to the to the screen.
But this has been what I've wanted to work on, and so it got quite a bit of work on it. For a little while, it was the only thing I'd worked on. So I had started this square last week. I might have just finished it by the end of the podcast, but I didn't count that as showing it because I'd already showed it. So this is one of Mom's Christmas colorways. It was a mini skein made that way, I think. Then this orange one, I think that I...
You did a lot of squares.
Yep. This one someone gave me.
Yeah, it doesn't look familiar.
I feel like Laura gave it to me.
Yeah, that looks like Laura's colors. Well, Laura has a lot of yarn because she does a lot of toys and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like she used this in her turtle once.
She might have, yeah.
This would have been a good color with the head for that.
Yeah, they're together.
Yeah. Now this one is one of yours, Mom, and I can't remember what colorway this was. I know this is one of yours.
Oh, this is, I can't remember off the top of my head. I have to go look.
I think this will be the last square for the width.
It might not have had a name.
Yeah, might not.
Name.
I think this is the last square for the width. Don't you think, Mom? Look.
I think this is something with sunset. Yeah, it might be.
So,
yeah.
I think that'll be the last square for the width because it's only supposed to be an Afghan. And then I'll start knitting.
I think this might be Desert Sunset or something like that.
So,
that's cool.
I'm looking forward to being able to just build the height instead of the width of this blanket and have it be more than a long scarf.
Right, right.
Because right now it does look like a long scarf.
I guess so, yeah.
Well, a short scarf right now.
It's pretty though. It'd be kind of cool
I know, I was just thinking, I was like, I can make scarves this way.
Tomato would love it.
I don't know, she's hard sometimes.
Yeah, you'd have to show her and say, what would you think it was all bright?
Yeah, because she's really hard to judge sometimes.
That would be really cool to make a fandom kind of scarf.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't normally wear scarves that way, simply because I don't like how they get pulled.
I would want to have the squares a little wider for a scarf, though maybe about that much wider. Yeah. Because maybe about an inch wider, because I don't like really thick scarves necessarily, but a little wider than that for a warm scarf.
But it's kind of a cool concept. I hadn't thought of it until...
This would be cool if you're wearing something like black or something and you just wanted to wear it open.
Yes.
Just like, I guess Doctor Who wears it that way sometimes.
Or
Sherlock.
Yes, and you had to make it a long scarf.
Yeah.
It's kind of a fun idea. I might have to make one. So guys, miter square scarf.
Mm-hmm. My idea, mine. I'm sure somebody else.
I think we said it first.
No, but I'm the one who said it, that you should make it like with the squares.
Yeah.
You
editing history.
I am not. I can go back and look.
We can go back and look.
All right, let me see. My next project is in my...
Isn't that called revisionist history?
It depends if you change something.
It's true.
Okay, Ploverbird sheep bag is my Happiness is a Rainbow project. My own pattern. I'm knitting this for Little Miss Thing. And I made some progress on this. I'm still not on the orange, but it is growing. Because I have the blue one in Laura's yarn, but this is the one I've been wanting to work because it changes colors.
Right, and you just need that happy now.
So I can only work one at a time. So I might take the other one out and start working it as well.
Well, this is what you feel like working on. It doesn't hurt anybody.
So I will finish the other one too because I like it.
Yeah. You're making a lot of noise over there. I'm making
a lot of noise. I do it every time I show this one because I noticed that on the last podcast. They like Jingle Bells. Okay.
Jingle Bell Rock?
Jingle Bell Rock. So this is fun. Oh, look at the colors.
Yay.
You really see
the colors. It's starting to look happy.
And the rest of the colors, as I showed before, this is Mandela yarn. I think it's not Lion. Is it Lion Brand?
I'm gonna be excited when you switch over to like the orange and the yellow, because then it'll really look like it's changing.
See, it'll go orange, yellow, then blue and green, and then that'd be really.
It's gonna be really fun when it gets to that point.
So I'm looking forward to this. Moving along, I do maybe a row or two of sitting on this, but I don't work on it every day. And this is my Ploverberg sheets bag. Okay.
Okay, so in my Ploverbird owl bag, I think I got this one out from underneath of you. Look at his little face.
Yes, you did.
Look at his eyes. He's so cute.
Reminds you of those characters, like the turtles last night.
Yeah.
With the big eyes because they want Splinter to let them go out.
Yeah.
Yes, we watched the turtles.
So this is my Ploverbird owl bag. The product's a new one. Started for this Race Set Go, but also for the Tea and Tails. The project is Diana's Blue Christmas. The pattern is Diana's Hat Pattern by Joanna Johnson. It comes from her Anne of Green Gables
Avonlea book? Is that it?
I think it's actually called Diana.
No, I think it's called.
It might be Avonlea.
I think it's called Avonlea ebook or something. I might be mistaken.
It has all patterns that are inspired by Anne of Green Gables.
I have to look that up now that I knit.
Yeah, it has like a really a nice bag that looks like it's pretty heavy duty. That's like Anne's carpet bag.
Oh right. Mm-hmm.
They have.
It felted?
No, I think it might be lined on the inside. Okay. Then you have like a sweater vest for Matthew. Like Marilla has an apron, like a bunch of different patterns.
What do they have for Gilbert? A cap?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of different things for different characters, which is fun. But the Diana's hat, I have knit multiple ones of these, and that's what this is, the Diana's hat.
And if you want to look up patterns for Anne of Green Gables, check out Tanya Marie.
That's where she
has one or two that, I think she has two out. One is Raspberry Cordial, I think.
I think she does have Raspberry Cordial.
Check it out. What's Tanya Marie's,
hold on. Sampler Girl.
Sampler Girl. Okay. Okay.
I have a sneeze that's like sitting right here behind my eyes.
I have that in my... When I bought it, she said, "You realize this is knit, right?" I said, "Yes, but I want it."
But, yeah, because at that time, Mom wasn't doing a whole lot of knitting.
No.
This is Mom's yarn. This is Lady Fernico Yarns. It's in one of her fingering weight bases, and the colorway is Blue Christmas.
Does that one have sparkles?
It does have sparkles. This is one of the ones Davina was petting, and this is hers. She didn't know about it. And I think I talked to you guys about that when I picked it up, was that she had no idea.
She was very upset when I sold these 2 yarns.
Yeah, she didn't know, of course, that I had bought it. She was hoping Mom would make her something out of it. And she was very disappointed when it went away. She thought if she just kept petting it, it would, like...
magically become something, I guess. Yeah. And she kept saying, "Are you going to make more?" I'm like, yeah, I will. And I still might, but...
So, I like that blue a lot.
Yeah, it's a pretty blue.
What's nice about this is that this will probably be like my theater knitting, because it's a very mindless type project. I forgot how quickly it works up in spite of being fingering weights. I remember now why I liked this pattern so much. Because I made myself a couple of those hats.
And I have one.
Davina has a couple of them. You have them. I'm going to probably go back into knitting these again, because it's a very nice cap to have. It's kind of dressy, and it's not too hot.
Right.
So, and you can play with yarns you might not wear for other things. So, if you're wearing a plain outfit, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a color that Davina needed in her wardrobe.
Yeah.
She wears a lot of blue, and she doesn't have any blue hats. So.
Okay. All right. My next project is in my... Let's see, where do I have it? Oh, this bag. In my Tortoise versus Hare bag from the last Tortoise versus Hare, my tortoise bag. Silver Shed is... I had Hedwig question mark, but I think it's going to be Hedwig in disguise. And what I was doing...
in disguise.
Yeah, what I was doing was I was going to see if I could do a bookmark in a quick enough time to do the along, and my hands really protested a lot, so I'm going to have to probably bow out of that.
Mm-hmm.
One of my resolutions is not to do a cal if I don't feel I can
keep up
with it. It's a kind of a short window. It's a month.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, the project is small. If I had no problems with my hands, I'd be on it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But I have to stick to my guns a little bit. But I will be finishing this. This is Hedwig in disguise. It's a bookmark, and you can see the little head.
Aww.
Okay. And it looks like... like that.
Oh, that's cute.
And I just don't know if I can finish it before the along, so I'm just going to work on it and see how it comes out. And we're going to enjoy the process. I do appreciate being invited. I hope I continue to be invited to these things. I just don't know how often I'll be able to accept when my hands are cranky.
Right.
So,
and I do appreciate the invitation too. I don't tend to always accept, but I do like being invited.
I love being invited because I might find something that I can do. Maybe I already have something made. If I already have something made, or if I'm in the process of making something, I might be able to accept it. But if it's a small window, it's not as likely for me to be able to accept, much as I would like to. But Vonnie, I love being invited, so thank you very much.
And I love the idea.
Oh, I do too. I think it's a great idea. And you're right. Anyone who does these bookmarks, Tea and Tales.
Yes,
it has to do with tales. I mean, it doesn't have to do with the story specifically, but it has to do with the reading.
Yes.
And bookmarks. So, yes, if you do these, but this is, like I said, if you do these, you might want to make 2. They do go up really quick, and then you can have a part in the Tea and Tales. Was that the one I said? Which one did I say it had to have?
That was not that one. It was for the Race Set Go.
Race Set Go. So if you want to put in the Race Set Go, you have to 2. Tea and Tales, you can have 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I've confused everybody completely.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
My last project is, and you haven't seen this bag in a while. This is my Silver Shed USA Nurses on a Pale Field bag. This is one of my earlier Silver Shed bags. And here's the fabric inside.
We love silver shed.
This is the Quicksilver hat, which is the Tressia pattern by Michelle Wang. I'm using Lady Fern Co. yarns, and it's a sport weight in the Quicksilver colorway. This was the other yarn Davina kept petting. Not sure so much that she likes the color, but that she likes the reference.
Right.
In
fact, the name is actually named after the yarn, because it's named after the character.
Yes. And
that can go into the...
It goes into both, because it's a Ready, Set, Go. I started after January 1st, and it's a Tea and Tales, because it's a graphic novel character. So, here's what the hat looks like. I have a feeling this one will have a tendency, once I get back into the larger needles, this will be addictive the way that her other hat was.
It's odd because it doesn't start on larger
needles.
Yeah,
it's really interesting. It starts on a smaller needle and then goes up.
And that's not giving anything away.
No, it's not. So
it's gonna be really classy.
I barely cast it on. Diana's hat is actually what I wanted to work on. I forgot how much I love that hat. And that's probably, we need to see Grace Showman.
Well, we'll have to see when it is, yeah.
Yeah, if it's out. And that's, Diana's hat will go with me to that, because I always try to think through my projects, which one is the one that can go to the movie theater? And Diana's hat is
I actually go to the movies to watch the movie.
Well, I sit there during the... I don't do that. It's a really uncoordinated movement. I wouldn't really get much done if I'm doing that.
She does.
Kay knows what I'm talking about.
I don't understand this.
Kay understands. Don't you, Kay? Right, Kay's name.
I already did.
Okay.
Okay, I have one more to show you. This one I started yesterday. It's in my Silver Shed USA PHN 2X anniversary bag. This was for our 5-year anniversary. Let me see here. And this is There and Back Again, Afghan Project.
Well, that's definitely a reference.
Where is my... Here it is. So I've started my square.
Yay!
I don't know what this yarn is.
I love your stitch mark. Oh, look at the little eyes.
That's Maureen. I got this from Maureen.
Hold on, let me hold up, because I need to see the little eyes. Look at the eyes. And that was like a really annoying squeak. Sorry, guys.
So that's... I finally started this, and I think the square is going to be smaller than yours a little bit. I mean,
well, yeah, I gave you...
Because I had the 45 stitches.
Yeah, because that's what I think I had you do, was a 45 stitch.
Because that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have the 51, and I didn't want to have the 33 or whatever it was.
It was 31 or 55, because this one's 55, my other one was 31.
And if I find this to be too big, I might go down to a 41. But it looks like this will be nice. I can see where the corner's going to be now. And
so the instructions are written clearly enough?
Yeah, I mean, it's coming back to me a little bit. The only thing I had some question on, and I realized I did it right, was when they did the Passover and all that.
I wasn't sure how to explain that.
Right, and we'll talk about that later because this isn't our pattern. But I like this, and if I can figure out, if you can help me do that part of it where you add on to it, then I'll be off and running until I need to go down.
Yeah.
So I've got several skeins.
Well, once you get past the first row, it's like smooth sailing from there.
Right. And I have a lot of blues and greens in here. I don't have much of other colors, and I have another skein over there that I can use, but the only color I have in here that's not in that kind of colors is this one. The PHN Fluent colorway.
Well, you'll find other colors will add in there.
Right. Well,
and I have a bunch for you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was going to probably try to see if I can snag some of your...
Yeah, because I have some that's...
Well, you've got some of the ones that I dyed up and everything, so I don't have those. So that's kind of fun, and I like that because I don't expect to finish that in the year, I don't think. I mean, I might, I suppose, if I do a square a week, I might.
I might have to create a bag with scraps I've been using, bulk blankets, so that way then you can have access to it.
Right. So that's my last project.
Okie dokie, and I already did mine, so... Okay. This leads us on to...
FOs?
FOs. Which,
well, do you want to do the frogs first?
Yeah, that's writer's block, isn't it?
No, I haven't. Let me see what I have it under.
Because I took out the...
Yeah, it is. Okay,
so writer's block.
Do you want to do that before the FOs?
Yes.
Okay.
I frogged about 12 projects.
And I frogged 6, I think it was.
I went crazy.
And I still have a couple that might be frogged later, but I wanted to make sure I wanted to frog them first. If I do frog them, and I don't do it by the end of January, then I'll probably frog them during Ravelenics.
I have all my pictures in the thread, but I'm just going to hit like some high. I'm not going to show you.
Let me show my bags first. Okay, see, I've got all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the other one is in a bag that's in use right now. So these are projects that I frogged.
My hitchhiker went away, and I started that like in 2015 or something like that. And I just wasn't enjoying the yarn. I felt like for around the neck it was gonna be scratchy, and I didn't see myself wearing the finished object. Right. So I just was like, it's not worth working. And for a while I've known I needed to pull it out, right. And this was the impetus I needed. I pulled out a couple pairs of socks. One of them was the Lifesaver socks, which was a Laura Smoot pattern, but it wasn't because of the pattern. The pattern and the yarn weren't a good marriage.
Right.
It was a self-striping yarn on a reverse stockinette sock. And when you switch yarn, when the color changes would occur, you get this really weird line. And it was my fault for choosing that yarn for that pattern.
And see, I've also had to frog a couple of Laura's patterns, not because I don't like them, but one of them, the Fire and Blood, I had 2 yarns, and they were so tangled up that I couldn't figure out where what was. So I decided I'm keeping the yarn and the pattern, and I'll probably restart it in that yarn. I just needed to get a break from it. I want to do that pattern. I want to do it in that yarn. It just was not feasible.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of Laura Smoots on my needles still.
Yeah.
So it's not like I don't like her patterns. It's just I had to choose something.
Yeah.
To free up some needles and hooks and actually work on other things, and I'll come back to them.
Well, like I pulled out a Bankhead that I wasn't really in love with. The Wonder Woman shawl.
I think that somebody had a conniption on that one. Somebody said, you went so far on that.
I'm not sure she was talking about that or she was talking about the Hitchhiker.
Oh, the Hitchhiker.
I think that Sue was talking about the Hitchhiker.
Yeah. Oh, was it Sue who said that? I couldn't remember.
I think Sue was talking about the Hitchhiker. And there was, like, I was almost done with that skein of yarn.
Yeah.
I was about to switch over to the red one. So I had done a lot of work on it, but it wasn't going to get finished.
Well, it's like, I scrapped the Ice Princess scarf, that blue, of my yarn, because I just started it for that knitting class. I didn't want to make it.
I probably still have one of the prizes for frogging as far this along.
Oh, yeah.
For, it's not this time, it was several years back. Allison has PTSD about it. It was my, it was a sweater. It was, it was, the name of the designer. Tin Can Knits.
Was it Tin Can Knits?
It was Tin Can Knits.
Yeah.
It was a really pretty one with the lace across the...
and you just didn't size it right.
I sized it terribly.
Yeah. It wasn't Tin Can Knits pattern. It
was my fault. I was still trying to figure out what sizes to make for myself. I was in a little bit of denial at first. I thought I could wear a smaller size than I could. And then I tried to repurpose it for Mom, but I really chose the wrong size.
Because it really had to be like almost Davina, almost. We've been big on Davina, but...
Yeah, it would have worked for Davina, but the thing is, Davina wasn't in love with the sweater, and I didn't want to finish the sweater for her and not have her love it.
Yeah.
So I ripped the whole thing
I would have worn it to fit me, but it didn't fit me because it was just a little too small for me. It's a little big for Davina and a little too small for me. So
I ripped it out, and all I had was one sleeve left.
Yeah. I think the biggest project I ever ripped out was that blanket. Because it just was horrible.
Let's see. I ripped a couple of socks. The sock blank socks.
Right.
I am not enjoying sock blanks. It's just not my thing. So I ripped them out. If anyone wants a sock blank, maybe it'll show up as a prize. I mean, it has the two...
You'll have to rewind. You have to re-roll it.
Well... most of the sock blanket is fine and it's a normal thing. You'll just get 2 little balls with it.
Right. What color is it?
One is the Mike and Sully from Undead Yarn.
Yeah.
It's a really pretty yarn.
I love that yarn, but
I just am not enjoying sock blanks.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with Heidi's dying.
No,
it has everything to do with the sock blank.
Yeah, I'm just not enjoying that process, and I don't want to go through all the effort of winding up the whole thing. That's pure laziness.
No.
And then the really pretty yarn I picked up for Dad's sock blank.
Oh, right, that was pretty, yeah.
So you might see a couple sock blanks pop up as prizes. The ones
some people really like them.
It's just not my personal preference. Some people really like the 2 at a time socks. I don't.
Yeah, or even if you do, you like them separate.
Yeah. So, it's just not my preference, and they should be loved.
Right. And then I had picked up a pattern. It's not Maureen's pattern. I saw it in her thread about 2 or 3 years ago. And I stopped working it and started working Kay's sock knitter shawl. Mm-hmm. And I realized that this is really similar, and I have 2 of Kay's, so I didn't need it, so I got rid of it. Mm-hmm. I still have the pattern in case I decide I do want to do it again.
Yeah.
But I wanted to reclaim the yarn. So we just decided that it's the first of the year. I still have a lot of things on my needles. But,
yeah, I do too.
And I'm putting more on. I have one more thing I want to cast on for the tea and tails.
I'm pretty good on casting on. I want to finish these 2 hats, and then I'll look to cast on more.
Well, this one I've been planning. That's why I cast off. I wanted to do this one. I got it with this in mind. Mm-hmm. So whether or not I finish it, we'll see. But I really like this one I told you about that you can do in the round or you can do flat.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. So I really wanted to do that, and it's I want to get that started maybe tonight. Mm-hmm. But it probably will be a slow thing for me, and it'll,
well, good thing it's a year long.
Well, I think what I'm going to try to do, and I'm kind of thinking with my mouth instead of really thinking it through, but I think what I'm going to try to do is just have 1 to 3 things that are larger, and then everything else is going to be smaller. Mm-hmm. So I might have a toy and a couple of shawls or something like that, and then everything else smaller, like hats and things like that, mitts and things like that, because I think maybe that'll be helpful for my hands. Mm-hmm. And the toy is crocheted, and my loom knit projects, if I figure out that loom knit doesn't hurt my hands so much, I may be able to do bigger projects on that.
Right.
I'm not going to make the resolution that I'm only going to do 1 or 2 whips, because I know that's not going to happen.
No, that's like an automatic fail.
It's just not going to happen. So I'm just going to do what I want to do. We have a resolutions thread in the group right now. I put it up this afternoon, and my resolutions are very general. I just gave myself permission to do certain things I hadn't given myself permission to do before. And if you'd like to put your resolutions in there, they don't have to be hard and fast, just general things that you would like to do. It can be specific as you want, or it can be as general as you want. Do you have a skill you want to learn? Do you want to learn to say no to certain things? Or, what do you want to do? You want to knit and crochet from stash? Do you want whatever it is you want to do? So that's there. Okay, so do you have anything else that you frogged?
Nope.
Okay, so
I frogged like 12 things, but I just ran through highlights.
Right. Okay. You have FOs?
I do not.
Okay, I have 3.
Go ahead.
Okay. The first.
Run with it.
I already showed you the first one. In fact, I showed you the first one instead of showing me a project, so I'll show you the project that I replaced it with. Actually, this ties in. This bag has 3 things. Mm-hmm. It has the FO that I showed you, the whip that I'm going to show you, and the fact that I had to rip something out in order to start the whip. So what was on here was the Oceana cowl, and it's gone.
Mm-hmm. Because you already have one.
Because I already have one. So what this is now is this is the ocean blue, I think is what I call it, the ocean blue hat.
Could have been ocean spray.
Yeah, it could have been. I might change that. This, I'm using the James C. Brett, both of these together, Marble Chunky. And I restarted it for a hat. Mm-hmm. To go with my cowl.
Yes, because you do need a hat to go with
the hat to go with the cowl. And this will be a little heavier, I think. Mm-hmm. So, as long as it's not windy, it should be fine. And you can see it's working up really pretty. That blue and white is kind of giving it that foam kind of thing for the ocean. So I'm really happy with the way this is starting to work out. So you got the first frog and the FO and everything in here. Okay. Let me put this in here. It's a little different than the cowl, but not enough that it looks like it wouldn't go together.
Right.
Okay, so that's this one. And my other 2 FOs are in the same bag. This is my Kikiboo teacups bag.
Very appropriate.
Okay. Yes. And the first FO in here,
excuse me,
is my little dishcloth. So I finished my dishcloth.
Yay!
And it's fun because I didn't pay attention one day because it's really kind of just a mindless knit, and I just got off rows, and I think I wasn't really reading what I was doing. So it's backwards. It's got half and half. So I think it's fun. I like it. I do. So this is going to go in my drawer with all my, because I think it's cute.
It is cute.
I had a little trouble with the bind off. I meant to work on my bind off because I don't do enough bind offs so I really know how to do it. I had my book out, but I was kind of paying attention to TV as well. The other one I made, I did finish a bookmark. And this is going to go in the tea and tails.
It's fun.
This is the tea bag, and this is the top of the tea bag, and this is Talia's. So
oh, it is. Thank you.
okay, so I have to take a picture first. So those are my FOs. Okay, that's that. Okay,
Autobiography.
autobiography.
Mostly, there hasn't been a whole lot of free time. Oh, those of you who follow on Instagram, I'm developing a little bit of a love for the crock pot. So, you'll probably see the bean soup recipe pop up. I think I should have put cheese on it the other day. Like
Sour cream would have been good.
I'm not a sour cream person, but I think it would be good. It's a spicy black bean soup.
I love black beans, but not spicy. I don't like spicy.
And it's quite spicy. But I think it would be good with a little bit of white cheese sprinkled on top. And I think when I eat some tonight, maybe I'll sprinkle some
Just don't put it in my crock pot that way.
I need to make sure I eat it before it turns Friday, though, because it has a chicken broth to it.
Right. And I've been using my crock pot as well. I did a roast. I'd done it a couple times. I did it last time. I think I did it was in August for my husband's birthday, and he forgot about it, and then he remembered it when I showed it to him. And then I also found a new recipe for potatoes, not a crock pot recipe, but it was new red potatoes that I cut in half, and you put like olive oil and salt and fresh cracked pepper on it, and it's really good.
It sounds good.
It was excellent.
I think this next time I go grocery shopping, I'm going to pick up the ingredients for the chicken curry I want to make.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it'd be too spicy. And my coworker says I need to pick up something called naan bread. It's similar to pita bread, and you use that to scoop up the...
Why is it called naan bread?
It's just the name of it's Naan. It's similar to pita bread. But she says it's a little bit softer, and it's really nice for scooping up that kind of stuff. Because I was eating, the last thing I made with the couscous and the chicken tangine, I was eating that with the pita bread, which is good, but she said the naan bread is a little bit better with that. But...
I want to make the chicken and dumpling recipe again in there.
That's a good recipe.
Yeah.
So some of these recipes you might see popping up. I really am interested in the couscous, not the couscous, the chicken curry. It's got potatoes in it.
But you don't make it too spicy or I can't eat it.
Right, well it doesn't, I don't think it's overly spicy. There's two different chicken curry ones. One's more Thai, one's more Indian. The one I want to try first is more Indian.
Thai would be better. I think Indians...
The Thai one doesn't have the potatoes.
Oh, gotcha.
And the one with the potatoes looked really good. I'll probably try them both and see which one I like better. But the one for the Thai has peanut butter in it, which is interesting.
Both the Indian and Thai recipes use peanut butter.
Well, my chicken recipe, the chicken tangine, had cinnamon in it, and then also had chili powder.
Well, they're going in a... You get in that area of the world, they have a different spice palette. I mean, then like we do a lot of Italian and that kind of stuff.
It's a very different spice palette, and I've been taking some getting used to because I'm not used to having that sweet and then that little after bite.
Mexican will sometimes do that. They make their Mexican and Colombian stuff. They make sometimes a hot chocolate with a little chili in it.
Well, actually, you know what had some cinnamon in it is my spicy bean soup. That really surprised me. You know, I'm putting like jalapenos and hot sauce and chili powder and red pepper and then cinnamon.
Well, cinnamon's not a...
I know, I guess I think of it with like sweet stuff.
A lot of times you put chocolate in that kind of stuff.
Huh.
Not sweetened chocolate, but chocolate.
Yeah. I don't think of it with that. When I was cooking my tangine in the microwave, my coworker's like, "Did you use something with cinnamon sugar?" I'm like, "Actually, it's my chicken." She's like, "Oh, okay."
Okay, so
But yeah, so the recipe thread might be exploding a little bit, not just with Christmas cookies, but because I'm trying to eat not just processed stuff. I have a very bad tendency just to grab a can of soup and be like, okay, there's my meal for the day.
I have to get away from that too. That's why she started pulling out the crock pot. We have like 4 or 5 crock pots, so different sizes. So I thought I'd make more soup and stuff like that. The bigger ones to make the main meals, and then the smaller ones to make the soups and things like that. And I can maybe have them and put some in the freezer.
And I figure if I make like one a week, I have enough to cycle through.
Well, especially if you cut it in half and freeze it.
Yeah.
Just remember to date it.
Yeah.
I haven't done any writing. I am getting geared up to do prompting again for my percolator group, but I don't have the story. Ty has it, and she's been really busy, so she hasn't been able to write to it. And I don't know if she's written any to it. She hasn't said anything.
No, I haven't had it yet.
I didn't think you did. And then
the Christmas knitting put me behind quite
right,
a bit.
and that's fine. I mean, I don't expect it. I'm hoping you'll get to it when you get to it.
It'll still be sooner than you got back.
Oh, I know. Well, I had a lot of issues going on.
Yes, you did. Honestly, a lot of the issues were my issues.
Yeah. And because I wasn't sleeping real well.
Yeah.
So I'm still reading The Shattered Vigil. I've got about 30% or 25% to go on that. I'm hoping to finish that in the next week or so I can start Star Wars. Hoping to get some writing done.
You're really going to enjoy Timothy Zahn's Star Wars.
I'm sure I will. Let's see. We have, before we get into thank yous, do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Just the most that I've been doing with the podcast have been my audio podcasts. Still doing Myths and Legends, fictional podcast. I've been let's see. One of the people I follow on Instagram, who has POTS, suggested a podcast called The Potscast. It's just, if you guys are curious about dysautonomia, that's a podcast that's out there that talks about it. I've only listened to one episode, and they're talking about electrolyte replacement. But yeah, most of my podcasts I've been doing have been audio, just because that's what I've been wanting to do, is listen to my history audio ones. I did forget something. And you forgot.
Oh yeah, we didn't do our stash and half.
Yeah. First of all, this is a Christmas present that didn't get in until late. This is The Legendary Past Russian Myths. Now this is set up a little different than the one that I have on my Kindle. The one on my Kindle is a little bit more set up as stories, like you're reading the story like you would to a kid or something. And this is what happened, and Baba Yaga did this. This one is a little bit more like a scholar's point of view, like. And this is, it doesn't tell the story. It talks around the story, about the story. So it's a different way of writing it. So this is more if you didn't necessarily want to get caught up in the story. Here's the way it writes. The characteristic of Baba Yaga is that she's always old, gray-haired, and repellent in appearance. It's not telling you the story of Baba Yaga. It's talking about her. So,
it's like a class.
Yes. So, this is interesting if you just want a
overview.
Thank you. Overview of the Russian myths. The other book I have is fun because the one on my Kindle is fun because right now I'm in the short story ones, so it'll be like, and everybody died, and he found out his wife cheated, and it was horrible. The Russian myths that I'm in right now are the ones that are like, and life was terrible, and people died, and this is what happens when you're a horrible person.
Do the guys win, the bad guys lose?
So I think that there's only been one that's been like a semi-happy ending, where this guy's brother was like really rich, and the other guy was like poor.
And the brother died, left him all the money.
No. So when he got home from his brother invited him to the party, him and his wife, and then forgot about them and didn't give them anything, and they watched everyone else eat. And they're going to pretend that they were happy walking home. The wife's like, why would we do this? She's like, well, at least people will think we're happy. And somewhere along the line, Misery, who's personified as a person, latches onto the poor guy and, like, convinces him to sell everything and spend all his time drinking and stuff. And then he tricks Misery. Misery tells him where he can find money, because he ran out of all his own. Found some, buried in a field under a rock. And he's like, okay, now get that money so we can go and, drink this up together. He tricks Misery into getting into the hole, covers him up with a rock. And then his brother gets caught by Misery, the rich one, because he wants to find where his brother got the gold, because he's jealous his brother's as rich as him now. And Misery starts doing the same thing to his brother, but his brother catches on a little quicker, and he traps Misery and makes it so he can never get out again, and then they're both happy. So he's one of the few that actually ends like, okay, that one's happy.
Okay,
sort of.
Except for Misery.
Except for Misery, but,
Okay, I think this is my last issue of Crochet, and I love the magazine, but I just don't use magazines. So if anybody would like this, it's new. I know we have some crocheters out there who are...
Are you almost done with that subscription?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh, did you? I wasn't listening to you.
I know you weren't. This is my final issue expiration notice. So if you'd like this, I had a whole bunch that I had on offer for a while that nobody wanted them. But if you want this, it's brand new. Mm-hmm. I can give it away to you. Just let me know where to send it.
And then these were actually belated. Mom's was belated Christmas present. This mine was just because I wanted it. It's a little phone wallet, so you can put like your important cards in here, and then your phone. It also kind of protects it.
Yeah.
And if you want to take pictures, you just sort of slide it up, and there you go. You just push it up. There you go. And then back down again. And it has a little strap and everything. Mine is... Are you seriously about to take a picture?
I am not, in fact.
So, mine is meant particularly for nurses. You got the stethoscope with the EKG and the heart. And Mom can do all things through Christ who strengthens her.
Kenneth, look.
Yes.
That's Kenneth saying.
So, I'm pretty sure St. Paul said it first.
That's Kenneth saying.
I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure Kenneth didn't say it first.
I didn't say he said it first. I said it was his saying. Okay, I don't know. When are we podcasting next?
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yes. I was visualizing my planner.
You know that it's the 8th on Monday, right? Not the 15th or whatever it is. You don't have anything on Monday.
Yes, I know, but I think we want more distance between...
Right. Do you want to... We're going to have to be careful. We don't want to have a snafu like we had last time where you were scrambling.
That's true.
I don't like to do the podcast, if at all possible.
We can do it on Monday. We just have a little shorter time.
If we do it on Monday, you probably are just going to kind of have a short podcast because, she's got 6 days off, but getting things done in that 3 or 4 day period. What is it? Today's Thursday. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. About 3.5 days. So we might not have much to show. If that's okay with you, we can do it on Monday. Otherwise, we get off schedule. And I don't really want to get off schedule.
Okay, we could do Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, it'll be Monday or Tuesday. We'll figure it out. When we get to that point, if we decide we're going to the movies Monday, we'll do it on Tuesday.
Right. So, darn it, I've been wanting to see...
we both want to see that.
Like, I was more excited about the Hugh Jackman movie than I was about Star Wars.
We saw Jumanji last weekend. My husband and I, was it last weekend? Yeah, it was last week. We went on to see Jumanji, and that was really good. We enjoyed that. I was afraid that they'd shown all the best parts on the movie, but it is funny. It really is funny. Davina would be a little scandalized in certain parts because of the humor, but it's not bad humor or anything like that. It's just she gets easily scandalized. So,
but yeah, I'm really looking forward to The Greatest Showman. It's PG. It's an original musical. Hugh Jackman has talent for that anyway. The version of Oklahoma that I prefer is not the original movie version back in the 50s or 60s with
Shirley Jones.
I prefer the one with Hugh Jackman. That's a stage version.
It's really good.
It's really good, and that's my favorite one. That's what he is. He's a Broadway actor, but we all think of him for Wolverine.
Right. He's got a lot of talent. So
yeah.
Okay, so we want to thank for YouTube comments. We want to thank Donna, Andy, Annette, Diane, Stephanie, Jeannie, and Marcella. Thank you for your comments on YouTube. I actually got to all my comments except Sue. Sue messed me up when she commented at the very end. On Ravelry, so she got my winning streak off, but that's okay. We like to hear from Sue anyway. So
darn you, Sue!
Big hugs for Sue. So anyway, want to thank all the comments. Want to thank all of our donators. Want to thank all of you for being part of the podcast, and wish you a very blessed day. We will be podcasting most likely on Monday or Tuesday. So we wish you a blessed week full of knitting, crocheting, crafting, whatever it is you like to do, and we hope to see you soon in the Woman Cave for fun in the Woman Cave. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 289, and that's a wrap.
Bye.